This is 10 ways to score a penalty.
Today I'm going to be showing 10 different ways to score a penalty, as well as showing tactics that will help you become a master from the penalty spot.
To start us off, the first technique we're going to be looking at is the most simple: placement.
This technique is based around the idea that if you place the ball so perfectly in the corner, you don't even have to worry about where the goalkeeper's diving, as he wouldn't have a chance of saving it either way.
As you can see, the placement penalty is quite a good technique. The only issue is, if you don't quite have the accuracy, you could look quite silly by essentially passing the ball to the goalkeeper, or worse, missing the target entirely.
Before we do get into the second penalty technique, I was hoping we could have a look at the world of penalty statistics in the hope of finding some extra ways of tilting the odds in our favour. Firstly, did you know that the player that reacts quickly to the referee's whistle is more likely to miss? So remember, when you're on the spot, take your time. Make the goalkeeper wait for you. Secondly, it's actually been proven that players that maintain a still gaze when taking a penalty are more likely to score. So I'm not really sure how they test that scientifically, but remember, when you're taking a penalty, just keep your eyes on the prize. Thirdly, players that turn their back after placing the ball down on the spot are more likely to miss. Now this makes sense. You can't be turning your back. You got to walk back slowly, with aura, intimidate the goalkeeper, show dominance. Can't be turning your back to him. Come on, that's weak. Got to stare him down. Take your time. Fourthly, did you know the team that celebrates most during the penalty shootout is more likely to win the penalty shootout? Now this goes against my instincts of not wanting to jinx my team by celebrating too much, but evidently the stats show that you gotta celebrate your wins. I mean, Emi Martinez is a great example of this. He celebrates everything and he rarely loses a penalty shootout. And finally, this one's for the goalkeepers. It's been proven that mind games work. Stare down the striker, talk to him, throw the ball away, time waste, do whatever you can to put him off, because you're putting the odds further in your favour.
Back to the penalties, and next up we have the tactic of sending the goalkeeper the wrong way.
The idea of this technique is simple. Wait for the goalkeeper to make the first move and simply slot the ball home in the opposite direction.
Now you can do this in 3 different ways. The first option is try and give the goalkeeper the eyes. Look one way and shoot the other. Second option is the Jorginho hop. As you're running up to the ball, give it a little hop, hope the goalkeeper moves one direction and kick the ball in the opposite. The final option, and the one I'm doing today, is the stuttering runner. The art of running up to the ball, stopping or giving a little stutter, hoping the goalkeeper makes a move and hitting the ball calmly into the opposite direction. Now, full disclosure, I'm not very good at the stuttering runner, so this will be a lesson for me as much as it is for you. But let's get into it. A little stutter, and we send him the wrong way. That is perfect start. Yeah, my poor goalkeeper, man. I'm gonna be taking penalties all day at him. All right, last one, let's end on a high. Oh, I missed. But I did send him the wrong way. Now something really interesting happened on that 4th penalty. I scored, but the goalkeeper went the right way. And the ball wasn't even in the bottom corner. I think I know the reason for this. When you're stuttering during a run-up, the goalkeeper essentially waits. And he waits because he doesn't want to make the first move and have you easily put the ball in the opposite direction. But by waiting, it means that he is completely reactionary and he cannot reach as far as he would be able to usually, because he's waiting for you to shoot and he's very flat-footed. So that's an added little bonus when it comes to the stuttering runner. And I wouldn't have missed any if I had just put the last one on target, because the goalkeeper went the wrong way. I just didn't have the ability to find the back of the net. But very good technique. Now the next penalty technique is not for the faint-hearted, as you're putting it all on the line. I am of course talking about smashing it top bins.
Similar to the placement technique, the idea is to make the goalkeeper obsolete by simply putting the ball where he could never reach. In this case, the top bins.
Now by aiming for the top corners, the risk of missing the target increases indefinitely. However, the aura points available for if you score might just be worth it. Top bins, I mean, good luck if you save one. If he saves one, I retire from YouTube. Well, I guess that is a side effect of trying to hit the top bins. I shanked that, and I just hit essentially the perfect penalty into the bottom corner. Oh, that is what can happen. That's what we're talking about. That is what you call a top bins penalty. That was very nice. So I guess what I've learnt with aiming for the top bins is the risk is immeasurable. However, sometimes you miss-hit the shot and the ball just rolls into the bottom corner, so you can get a little bit lucky sometimes. But as you saw with those few that went over the crossbar, I just don't think the risk is worth it when it comes to in-match taking a penalty by aiming for the top bins. Stick to placement.
I quickly interrupt this video to introduce you to today's sponsor, the Xbot Go. The Xbot Go is the only consumer-grade AI product that can realize team sports tracking and recording. Perfect for team sports, it supports over 20 different sporting scenarios, and it can cover both single-player and team tracking photography. It's able to do this by identifying a point on the field and then tracking that point by smoothly panning and zooming to follow the action. You can automatically select various sporting modes, including football, hockey, lacrosse, rugby, and more. And if you're only looking to follow one player, the Follow Me 2.0 can do this by identifying a player's body shape, appearance, and jersey number. It has a whopping 8 hours battery life, and you can also broadcast your game in real time via the app. And on the app, you can also edit your videos that you've just recorded. There are also no monthly fees, and everyone on the app gets 20 gigabytes of free storage and a subscription-free experience. Now, when you order the Xbot Go, you receive a 4-meter long tripod which folds up neatly into this little carry bag. You also get the gimbal itself, which fits nicely into its own little box with both room for the gimbal, the remote, and any other accessory that comes with it. So if you're looking to get your hands on the Xbot Go, visit the link in the description, and thanks to them for sponsoring the video.
Now, next up is a technique mastered by many defenders and holding midfielders, especially those residing in the UK. It is, of course, the Brexit penalty.
When it comes to making the goalkeeper irrelevant, no technique does it better than this. The aim of the game is striking the ball as hard as you can, hoping that it hits the net before the goalkeeper can even react.
Essentially no aim whatsoever, full power, trying to keep it under the crossbar, and hoping that I hit it so hard that the goalkeeper just has no hope of getting a hand to it. Let's see how this goes. If you want to save it, you can save it, but good luck to you. Oh my God. When it comes to showing you guys the perfect Brexit penalty, I think that was it. More of that, please. Final Brexit penalty, and the challenge is on the line. $100 if the goalkeeper can save this shot. It's just going way too hard. I think the hardest thing of the Brexit penalty is actually having the balls to do it in the game. Because I'll be honest, swinging as hard as you can feels so unnatural when it comes to risk. The Brexit penalty is underrated. Following up from the least subtle penalty of all time, we have the one with the most flair, and the added bonus of embarrassing the goalkeeper. It's the panenka.
First performed in 1976 by Antonin Panenka, this technique aims to send the goalkeeper diving with a regular penalty run-up, with the only difference being at the point of impact, you simply chip the ball down the middle of the goal.
Now for this one, I think it's only right to pay respects to the ballsiest Panenka of all time by wearing the Zinedine Zidane kit, a man that did the Panenka in a World Cup final. Crazy. Now I told Seth to cover his ears because I don't want him to know what this next technique is. So I essentially only have one legitimate attempt at this panenka. All right, Seth, let's do it.
Zidane here.
Oh, yeah!
Cross the line, it's a goal.
Let's go. I think it's the most fun penalty of all time. When you embarrass the goalkeeper with a panenka, a little dink down the middle, the feeling's amazing, and it pisses them off. The only issue is you can't do it more than once or twice, because if the goalkeeper catches on, well, it's going to lead to a lot of embarrassment for you.
Now, for those of you that are trying to master the art of taking a penalty, those first 5 techniques are the way to go. But for those of you that are committed to being an absolute baller, these next 5, these are for you.
This next technique is rarely seen from the penalty spot, but in open play, it was mastered by the great man himself, Thierry Henry. It is the fake kick.
Instead of planting your standing foot, you actually toe poke the ball with your standing foot and then swing your regular foot through as an added decoy. This sends the ball towards the goal much faster than the keeper would expect, leaving him flat-footed and unable to react.
This one, to be honest, is one of my favourite party trick penalties. I would never dream of doing it in a game, but if I had the balls, I think I'd actually be able to score it. Oh, what a penalty! Oh my God, maybe this is my new technique, guys. Oh my God! That would have been unbelievable. That was so close. Oh man, this is fun. Let's be honest, the risk, immeasurable. The idea of doing that in a game, ridiculous. However, maybe one day, because if I did that in a match, I think the internet would break. That was fun. This next one is one I've never actually seen in a real match of any sorts. I've only ever seen it through online viral videos. It's the swapping leg penalty kick.
Put simply, you run up to the ball as if you were taking a normal penalty. However, at the last minute, you step significantly across the ball and shoot with your opposite leg, hopefully confusing and wrong-footing the goalkeeper.
Without trying it yet, I think this one might actually be quite useful, because if you master it, you'd be sending the goalkeeper all sorts of directions. Let's give it a go. And little swap. Oh, Hey, that was cool. The first few made me think that this was an actual legitimate technique, but it is actually quite hard to aim the ball when you're swapping the leg at the last minute. All right, I'm gonna take one more before we move on. I'm gonna try and put this top bins. This could go anywhere. Oh! Oh yes. Well, the swap leg penalty. Not bad. And now the technique I'm sure you all saw coming, the rabona.
To perform a rabona penalty, you run up to the ball regularly. However, as you approach the ball, you plant your outside foot on the inside with enough room for your shooting foot to hook behind your standing leg and strike the ball.
This is another technique I've never actually seen be used in a real match from the penalty spot. Don't know why, it's almost like there's more consistent ways of taking penalties. Guys, oh my God. I've just done the rabonas. I've taken about 10. I put one right in the top bins, but the main camera decided not to record it. So I have got the reverse angle. You will see it. I'm gonna have to do it again now. I need to actually hit a penalty as good as the one that I just did with a rabona. Oh my God. Replicate a perfect rabona penalty. Yeah, now I miss. Oh, over again. Oh, it's not bad. It's not perfect though. Ladies and gentlemen, the rabona penalty is complete. This next technique is apparently illegal according to ChatGPT, as it's unsporting and against the spirit of the game or something. Don't see how, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's the laying down penalty.
Pretty self-explanatory, this one. You take a penalty while lying down.
Let's be real, this penalty is purely to show off, as I don't think you can come up with an argument to say that it gives you any sort of advantage whatsoever. But let's do it anyway. I'm a little bit worried with this one. Seth might actually make a save in this video. Whew. Try saving that. Oh, I love that technique. Only thing is, it should probably come with a warning. If you're doing it on synthetic grass, it scratches up your whole leg. And finally, the last penalty technique is one that I think is technically legal. It's the back heel penalty.
For this one, you once again run up to the ball as you normally would. However, at the last minute, you do a 180 spin and hit the ball with your back heel.
Now, unlike the last penalty technique, I think this one you could argue gives you a slight advantage. At the very least, you're going to confuse the goalkeeper. The issue is you are also looking in the wrong direction, so any advantage would then be lost. And I'm not even sure if it's legal, so... Ah well. Oh, what a penalty! Oh, he saved one! And only because it went straight at him. Maybe a less run-up is more useful when it comes to the back heel, because I've mishit a few now. All right, let's just try and load her up. Well, that went straight at him. Oh, wow. We can't end on a bad shot. We have to score a nice goal to finish off the video. I have also been taking penalties for 2 hours now, so my legs are absolutely shot. Wow. Yes. There we go. We've finally ended on a goal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you are new around here, and I will see you guys next time.